She called a black boy a liar, but went speechless when a 4-star general walked in. The boy's name was Malik, a quiet 11-year-old with a thoughtful way of watching the world, as if he was always trying to understand what people really meant beneath their words. He sat near the back of his 6th grade classroom, close enough to see everything, far enough not to be seen unless someone was looking for him. And on the day the story truly began, someone was looking for him. It was career day, a day meant to celebrate possibility. Kids had been buzzing through the halls all morning, bragging about what their parents did: nurses, mechanics, business owners, cooks, postal workers. Malik didn't brag. He simply wrote, "My dad is in the military," on the top of his worksheet because that was the truth, even if he didn't give details. The truth, he had learned, didn't always fit easily into other people's assumptions. His teacher, Ms. Carter, walked between the desks with a tight smile, stopping every so often to correct someone's grammar or adjust the way they had written their heading. When she reached Malik's desk, she picked up his paper and raised one eyebrow. "The military? And what does he do, exactly?" Malik hesitated. He didn't like saying it out loud, not because he was ashamed, but because of how people reacted. "He's a general," he said. Ms. Carter let out a sharp little breath, something between a laugh and disbelief. "A general? Malik, honey, you don't have to exaggerate. Everyone's proud of their parents, but you should tell the truth." "I am," he said softly. Her voice cooled. "Malik, we've talked about this before. You have to be honest. It's not appropriate to make things up to impress others." The kids around him turned, curious. Even the ones who usually ignored him looked up now. Malik felt something sting inside his chest, not embarrassment, but something deeper, sharper. He wanted to defend himself, but the words tangled. "I'm not lying," he whispered. Ms. Carter straightened, arms crossed. "If your father is a general, I'll need to speak with him today. Please tell him to come in after school." And with that, she walked away. The rest of the day felt heavy. The whispers followed him through the halls. Some kids smirked. Others just watched him with that look, the one that said they weren't sure whether to laugh or feel sorry for him. He stayed silent, repeating the same thought in his mind. Dad said don't shrink yourself just to fit someone else's small idea of you. When the final bell rang, Malik waited outside the classroom, clutching the strap of his backpack. He knew his father would come. If there was one thing General Marcus Hayes never broke, it was a promise to his son. Malik saw him long before Ms. Carter did, because it was impossible not to notice him. His father was tall, broad-shouldered, carrying that quiet intensity that came from years of service, discipline, and battles both seen and unseen. But he wasn't in uniform. Today, he wore a simple dark suit, nothing flashy, but he walked with the unmistakable bearing of someone accustomed to commanding rooms. When he reached Malik, he gave a small, reassuring nod. "You okay, son?" Malik nodded, though his eyes said he wasn't. Ms. Carter emerged from the classroom then, fixing her smile in place. "Hello, I'm so glad you could make it. I'm Ms. Carter. We had a little situation today involving your son." General Hayes extended his hand. She shook it, still half assuming. "Yes," Malik mentioned. "Well," she began, lowering her voice as if she were about to discuss a disciplinary problem. "He told the class something that wasn't accurate and refused to correct himself. I thought it would be best for you to know." Marcus Hayes raised one eyebrow. "What exactly did he say?" "He claimed," she said, with a tone that implied obvious foolishness, "that you're a general." There was a long, stretching silence. Then, with a calmness that carried weight, he reached into his inside pocket and handed her a small black leather case. She opened it, and froze. Inside was a military ID with his full title, General Marcus D. Hayes, United States Army, 4-star General. Her breath caught. Her face drained. Her mouth opened but no words formed. General Hayes didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. His tone was steady, precise, the voice of a man who understood both power and restraint. "My son tells the truth. When he speaks, he deserves to be believed unless you have a good reason not to. And when you doubt him, you owe him respect, not ridicule." Ms. Carter's hands trembled as she closed the case. I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse him. I just thought." "You thought a young black boy couldn't possibly come from someone of my rank." His words weren't shouted, but each one landed like a stone. "You assumed he was lying because you decided what his life should look like before you ever bothered to know him." She swallowed hard. "I didn't intend harm." "Intent doesn't erase impact," he replied quietly. Malik had never seen his father look quite like that, not angry, but resolute, fierce in a way that felt protective. He wasn't fighting Ms. Carter, he was defending something far more important. His son's dignity. Ms. Carter finally found her voice again, though it wavered. "Malik, I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you. Malik nodded, but he didn't say anything. He wasn't sure what to say. The moment was too big. General Hayes placed a hand on Malik's shoulder. Come on, son. Let's go home. They walked down the hallway together, father and son, side by side. Students stared. Teachers paused mid-conversation. Some saluted instinctively, recognizing the face from news broadcasts or military briefings. Malik watched it all with a strange mix of awe and relief. Not because the world finally saw who his father was, but because his father had shown the world exactly who he was. Outside, the afternoon sun was warm. General Hayes stopped and crouched slightly so he was eye level with his son. Malik, listen to me. People will doubt you your whole life for reasons that have nothing to do with you. Some will look at your skin, your youth, your quietness, and decide they already know your story. He paused, brushing a hand across Malik's shoulder. But you never let anyone else write your truth. You hold it. You stand in it. And when someone tries to shrink you, you stand taller. Malik felt something rise in his chest, pride, strength, a new understanding of himself. Dad, he asked softly, were you mad? His father smiled, that rare, warm smile that came only when something truly mattered. I wasn't mad. I was proud. You told the truth even when it cost you something. Malik looked up at him, eyes bright. I didn't want to embarrass you. Son, General Hayes said, standing straight again, you could never embarrass me. Not when you're standing in truth. They walked to the car with a steady calm between them, the kind that settles in when something heavy lifts. And later, as Malik sat in the passenger seat watching the school fade behind them, he realized something important. It wasn't the moment Miss Carter went silent that mattered most. It was the moment he found his voice, quiet but unshakable, in a world determined to misunderstand him. And the moment his father made sure that voice was heard.